Gonna dance. Gonna dance. We're gonna move it. We're gonna just slide on into the day. Here we are. Let's just move a little bit. Let's dance a little bit. Shake it all off. Hello, 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 everybody. Come on in. Woo! Woo! Oh, something fell. I don't know what fell. Something. Oh, it's my pen. All right, it's my pen. Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, everybody on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So, like, subscribe, push the notification button, and do all of the things that need to be done so that you can know when I'm on. So, because I'm not always consistent with my times that I'm on. So, do all of that fun stuff. Yeah. Oh my God, it's been a crazy morning so far. Crazy morning. Yeah. I mean, woke up and I woke up. Yay! Give me a hand. I woke up. So just had an odd feeling. So anyways, I can I went to go check to see if I would be getting, my last bit of money from my job, and of course I didn't. According to them, the reason why they didn't send it out is that all of the paperwork hasn't gone through yet. So whatever that means. So all the paperwork hasn't gone through. So fine, all the paperwork hasn't gone through. That means they haven't sent out my ROE, they haven't sent out my holiday pay, et cetera, et cetera. So I got a call today from EI. And anyways, this call came through and it was from from Newfoundland. I don't know anybody in Newfoundland, but now I do. I know people from Newfoundland, but nobody from. Anyways, I answered the call. So I had a chat with this lovely, lovely lady, and she wasn't impressed with talking to my ex boss because I guess my ex boss was rude to her, and just letting her know that that was my new boss. That like she's only been there for about a month or so. Anyways, so we had a chat. I explained everything to her that happened, and she thought it was kind of odd. But then I explained to her the amount of pay that I was making and their thoughts on how much I was making. And she goes, "Oh, okay." So they were trying to find something and they just happened to find something that one day. Anyways, so as we go forward and as it goes, as we go on, um, she asked for me to call to find out where my ROE was. So I did. I called and to find out where it was. Well, it hasn't been sent. It hasn't even been done up yet. And it has been over 2 weeks since I've last it's going to be 3 weeks coming up since I 2 weeks, 3 weeks, yeah, one. So that's 1 week. It's going to about 2 weeks, anyways, just over 2 weeks. Since I was let go. And anyways, I don't know when the ROE is going to get in. I phoned her back, let her know the results and what was going on so that she'd have the 411 of everything. And yeah, you know, just riding the wave, just riding the wave. And I knew Mercury was, is coming up to square Chiron. So that's really a hard aspect. Mercury's the mind, and in Cancer, it is really looking at that safety and security that you want within your own self. And with Chiron getting ready to go retrograde in Aries, it can be very overwhelming. It can be where your thoughts can lead you down the craziest ideas, right? And so with those thoughts and ideas that are happening, and in all of that, you you have to, well, I have to, we all have to keep positive thoughts, keep positive energy going forward. Sometimes that can be very, very difficult because we're trying to find, this is our identity. This is sometimes, just trying to make sure that we can survive, that we can live. Just because, just because I'm not working right now to go out and find a job doesn't mean that I get paid right away. There's a process and everything else. And it takes almost, for some places, it takes a good 30 days before they actually hire you or even get back to you or and the whole processing of things can take quite some time. It's not just hire you and the next day you work kind of thing. So there's that type of energy. So of course your mind is totally going crazy, the process, and then and then of course there's the outcome. So it's like, what do you want the outcome to be? It's really looking at how you are processing everything. And Mars moving faster than what Venus is, finally having that understanding that there is a separation. There's a separation that's happening within us, and a separation that's happening when it comes to how we are, how our passions are and where our passions are going, and how we are moving forward with our passions. And this can bring in a lot of psychological stuff. And this can bring in where you are feeling let down, or you can be feeling very low. So this is really important that, for me, it's like, okay, doing all of that, of course, I went into my meditations, went into my Kundalini, went into my breath work and stuff like that. And it brought me, as I said yesterday, when you feel like a D minus, it brings you up to a C plus. Well, I think it brought me up to at least a C plus, maybe a C, a little bit better. Anyways. And then going for a walk and then being by the river really helped also. Putting the feet in the water, because Pisces, where Neptune and Sagittarius are, it rules the water, the feet, right? So, and then with the sun being in Capricorn or Cancer, that's the mothering aspect. So what does the mother do? The mother wants to feed, the mother wants to nurture, the mother wants to bring forth, right? But it's very important not to sort of get, not to move forward, not to get stuck in the house, or get stuck with, of that, not wanting to go forward, because it's so comfortable being under my blanket. It's so comfortable being in my home. It's so comfortable that you don't move out, right? You don't move and allow yourself to move in a different way or try something different. So going out for a walk, being by the river. I didn't put my feet in the river. So, but that's a part of it. It's like putting your feet in water, putting your feet, doing something nice for your feet. Go for a reflexology or a foot massage or something along that line. Could be very helpful in moving a lot of that energy. I know when I've taken a reflexology, knowing that, moving it and knowing that, releasing a lot of that energy, especially when it hangs on into your liver and your spleen and your pancreas and all of that area. You hold a lot of fear down there. That's why sometimes when it comes to the filtration and allowing things to filtrate and move through, it can get stuck. It can get bunged up, right? Because things are not moving. There's not a process with that. So finding a way to allow for energies to move within you, moving that energy, allowing for that flow, having a good shower, like having that shower just, coming down upon you, washing away whatever no longer is serving you, whatever is those attachments that are coming upon you. So letting that really release, letting that really go. And it's going to help you to have a better footing. The other thing is that I was supposed to leave for Penticton next week with my daughter, and that got kiboshed. It's you can't get your money back for being let go from your job on your Airbnb, just saying. So so I just told her that she has to find a friend to go and enjoy that. It kind of hurts me to do that, but we just cannot afford to up and leave. And I'm being responsible to go to Penticton at night today. As much as that painstakingly hurts me, plus with what her boyfriend just did to her, this is something that I feel as a mother, I want to be there to help and support her as much as possible. But not being able to go is sort of a hard one, because I feel like it's like there's something there I just felt like I had to reconnect with or do. So anyways, it's hopefully a miracle happens. So some miracle, the clouds will break, think in positive ways, think in positive thoughts, something will come forth, something will transfer to create a doorway of opening. And that's what you have to allow yourself to go into, because this is unstable world. And with the moon in Aquarius doing a quincunx to the sun, this is not going to go perfect. It's not going to go down the way that you think it's going to go down. So this is allowing yourself to be open to all possibilities, opening to all different roadways. It's, we do still have that lovely energy with Sirius that's coming into. We have Neptune that's going to quincunx Pallas Athena. We have that quincunx is coming in with Mars, and the quincunx that's coming in with from Pluto to Mars. So there's, and that sextile between the two of them. So there's this finger of God that's coming in, that's pointing in directions, and it's going to be there for a little bit. So this is coming into looking at our communications and how we deal with things, and just know that, to be trigger happy and go, just crazy on things, or being very reactive on stuff, could lead us into spiraling down someplace that we don't want and go bippity boppity boom boom boom. This is, taking the pause, and this is counting, not saying things in the moment that you will regret later. And of course, if you have a tendency to keep the peace and sweep things under the carpet, this astrology could really bring you under fire and fire things underneath your butt to take a stand. So if you're in some kind of relationship, or if you're in some kind of situation where you are just wanting to keep the peace, wanting to be nice, and not really call things out or say things because you're afraid of the reaction, you're afraid of what's going to happen, you're afraid that it's going to bite you in the back, it's going to bite you anyways. This is going to come in because you have to set the boundaries. You have to come in and set some boundaries. Honest self check-ins about if you tend to explode out or hold it all in is the key. The mastery of each is very important, and it looks different. And what is easy for us is not where our growth lies. So whatever you find is easy, that's not where your growth is. So we want to grow. We want to allow ourselves to expand, because we have this energy of the mother womb coming in, this the blessed mother. So we have to pay attention, pay close attention to the sun and the black sun and the sun and Sirius and this energy that's coming forth, in order for us to pass through, in order for us to become more magical and mystical and powerful with our energies, and it is a growing learning act that we are doing right now. This is where we are, with the sun transiting with 15 Cancer, and with the theme of mud and the chart of creation. This is bringing in a lot of energy of bringing forth beauty, bringing forth something that you never thought would grow, and it grows, right? So this is truly a direct line to the great mother, the mother energy coming forth, and allowing for that mother energy to come forth. And we have to use it very wisely. It's very easy to go down the road of self-doubt and self-deprivation. It's easy for us to go down and just feel the victim, right? And sometimes, I'm going to say this, sometimes, we need to take that step back for ourselves. And if we're not used to feeling our feelings, if we're not used to allowing ourselves to feel, maybe that's part of the growth too, that we have to feel what we're feeling, and we have to acknowledge it, and acknowledge the feelings that we're feeling, and not shove them underneath the carpet, So we're stepping into some really crazy energies right now, again, as always. I mean, just some of the news that was coming out, and the craziness that's coming forward. It's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. And how, from where they're trying to get something passed in the States that had to do similarly to what Canada has done about Google and Facebook, and our right to speech and our right to find out news from other places. They tried to pass that in the States. It got stopped. A judge stopped in and, stopped it. On the Supreme Court said, no, you can't do that. And finding cocaine in the White House. Don't know whose it could be. I have no idea. It's not on camera. The White House doesn't have cameras for that. Makes me laugh. Makes me laugh. Just the craziness of it all, right? So it's like you got to sit back and you just got to laugh at it and just say, you know what? So much is being exposed right now. So much, all of these band-aids that they tried to stick on things are being ripped off, and as they're being ripped off, it's like it's oozing all of this grossness that needs to be healed, needs to be seen. And for us, we have these band-aids on our own self that we have to rip off, that has to allow for the healing to happen as well. And it's stepping into a lot of the uncomfortableness. And stepping into the uncomfortableness is not it's not something I like. I don't know about anybody else. You know, I'm always the one for, especially with my kids, to run in and make sure that they're okay. That's me. Because being such an empath, I can feel I could just feel their disappointment or their sadness or their anger. I could feel that. I could always feel that. That's why I was the mom that always came in and sort of came in for the protection. And now it's like, I can't do that. I can't sweep in. I can't protect them. I mean, they're adults. They're not babies anymore. And this is where, and especially for my daughter, because that really, really hurts. That really hurts because I just pray for her courage and her stamina to go forward and step forward in her power, and to step forward in that beautiful energy of the divine mother goddess, and going through that portal of transformation and change for herself. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard on Mateus. Again, that child doesn't need any more shit in his life, but it is the path that he has chosen. So, but to be there supportively as much as we can as mama and papa for them, as times are changing, as things are changing and going forward. So stand in your power, stand in your truth. Know that you can't fix everybody, right? So you got to start with yourself, the compassion and love that you have to do with yourself. So let's pull some cards. Let's see. Should I use these ones? I know I always use the tarot. You know what? I am going to use tarot, but I'm going to use a different deck of tarot. I'm going to use a different deck of the tarot. I'm going to use the Goddess Tarot. So, and I'm going to bring in the Goddess Tarot. The dog wants to go outside because Steve is mowing the lawn. And it's crying because it wants to go outside. But when it goes outside and Steve's mowing the lawn, it barks at the lawnmower, chases it. That's stupid. Chasing the lawnmower. Not a good thing for a little dog to be doing. Just saying. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. My goodness. My goodness. All right. Let's bring this in. Take a moment. Let's bring this energy forward to help us with guidance. And what do we have? Oh, Sarah Savate, wisdom. So this is the, it comes out as this energy of Savate coming through. Savate is bringing in the swans. The swans are very intuitive and very magical, and bringing that magical intuition into you. She is the beautiful goddess of music, and bringing that energy of music to bring forth that change within ourselves, and allowing for that change to come forth. And Savante, I love her. She's such a beautiful goddess. Just one second. So bringing in knowledge, wisdom. She brings in knowledge and wisdom. Beautiful, beautiful. Savante is she's the river goddess, of course, and she brings in the energies for us to step into our wisdom. So with all the energies, especially when we have to do with water today, and a lot of water energy in our feet, it's stepping into the water, stepping into that energy and allowing for that wisdom to come forth. And one of the things is the essence, and coming into our true essence and connecting with our essence of who we are, and allowing for that flowing of energy to come forth. Her energy, and being the magician, is bringing in a lot of energy for transformation and allowing for that transformation and change to happen. And along with that, and with this coming in, we have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups. So a lot to do with water. So as I mentioned earlier before, with Neptune and Saturn being in Pisces, that's the feet, having us to be able to go into the water, with that square of Mercury in with Chiron, that's a very, and it's at 19 degrees, and 19 degrees in Aries is that exaltation point of the sun in Aries, because the sun is exalted in Aries, right? It brings in that exaltation, brings in that brightness of, and shining on what it is that we need to heal in order for us to embrace the beauty, embrace that Nine of Cups, the wishes. What are those wishes? What are those things that you are wanting to do? What makes you happy? What are those happiness that comes in? So allowing for that happiness to come in. So with the Nine of Cups, there's a question in my little question book. Love it. Am I ready to receive the gifts of added gratitude? And how am I celebrating my achievements? So coming in and looking in, if you're feeling down, look around at the things that you have created, the things that you do have. That's why gratitude is so important, and making it very simple. So that comes in with that wisdom, that comes in with what we are wanting to transform and change and bring forth that magic. And as we do, Gaia comes forward. Gaia, Mother Earth, comes in and saying, you know what, we're going through this change, this energy of change, this energy of transformation. And when we go through the water, like when you give birth, you go through the womb, and as you go through the womb, you go through the birthing canal. There's water, right? You're coming out of the embryo sac, and you're coming out of that fluid, and you're entering into the air, the breath, right? You're entering into this earth, the air, the earth, the water, and the passion. So we're coming through, and there's a lot of energy that has to do here with earth, with water, and bringing in that creation, and not allowing ourselves, really catching ourselves, and not going down the crazy thoughts at this time, and knowing that, yeah, it's a balancing act. We all have a balancing act. I love these cards, these goddess cards. They're so beautiful. The colors are so, illuminating. And the Two of Pentacles is a balance. So through it all, through our wisdom and transformation, and what we are wanting to have gratitude for, and what we are allowing to come forth, we have to allow ourselves to balance the yin and the yang within our own selves and within the world around us, in order for us to see the transformation that's going to be happening within the world. And allowing ourselves to be guided internally. That's why my eyes are closed, is to listen internally. We lose a lot of our prana, with our eyes open, because we can get so distracted. When we close our eyes, we can come into the silence, we can come into the innerness, we can come into the peace, that which is us. So we can quiet that Mercury down. We can say, okay, we understand, because Mercury is like, here I am. I'm, I need to understand all of this, and the moon is in quincunx to the sun, and it's in Aquarius, and it wants information. It wants to come in, but not everything is being seen. Not everything is being revealed, and nor will it be revealed on this time. It is allowing for us to take that walk and go through that transition to see what and be open to what will be revealed. That's what Chiron does. Chiron brings in that healing, and that healing part for us, right? And empowers us with that courage and that love that we need. Powerful, powerful cards today. Powerful cards. So if you're wanting a 15-minute reading, let me know. My sale's still on for $33.33. And I will send you a link if you want to book in. Sending you out so much love. And it's just a 15-minute reading, just an FYI. So sending you guys out so much love. And may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you and all that you say and all that you be. You know, just go with the flow with it. Don't try and react. If you're a reactor and a big mouth, pull it back. If you're a person who sort of goes and stands by, this is the time maybe you have to stand up and say what you have to say, right? It's very, very important to do that. So God bless. God is blessed. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.